Hi, everybody. Happy springtime. I wanted to share something with you that hit me of the whole point and premise of why I believe I awakened, why God awakened me when I asked God to show me who I really was. It was all about going back to the original design, how God saw us. And to go back to that place is a level of being an impeccable listener. A lot of my former years was operated out of thinking that I had to show up a certain kind of way. And, based out of what I was told, how I should show up, my fears, those patterns, a lot of that was based out of that. And so when I awakened, God said, when I asked the question for God to show me who I really was, in a nutshell, not only was God detailed about who I was not, but more so revealed who I really was, and that I was getting ready to walk into that truth. And a lot of what gets in our way, it's the fear of, do I trust that? Can I trust what I'm hearing? And I'm here to tell you that yes, you can trust that. And not only can you trust that, but even if it's hard or you feel afraid to, it's really about leaning into that truth. If you have operated for so long from a place of scarcity mentality, from a place of fear, from maybe from a place of surviving, or what if I'm not accepted, if I go against the grain, if I don't believe what everybody else believes about life. This really has God really has been showing me this all throughout my life, because I've always been the type of person to always question things. I've always been the type of person that didn't really kind of go with what everybody said. I always had that resistance. And it wasn't really until I awakened when I figured out that thing that was always resisting was the truth, was God, was what some would say my soul song. And so to shorten this is all about God's original design and getting back to that place. And that does require a level and a shifting of consciousness. It does require you to examine your beliefs. What are your beliefs, and what is the fear that is in the way of the truth that God has already placed inside of you? That's in it in a nutshell. I have been shown that life does not have to be hard, that your health does not have to be hard. Sure that there will be challenges along the way, of course, that make us strong, right? There might be some, things hurdles that you're going to have to cross. But we are not designed, nor is it our birthright for any of us to live a life of struggle, of constant fear. And it is a total trick of the enemy, a total trick of taking away your joy, taking away your fear. And if I can put a blinders eye over what the truth really is, if fear can put a blinders eye over your intuitive voice that's constantly speaking to you or tapping you or telling you to do this, telling you to make this decision. And if you have that fear inside of you, or feeling that you're not enough, or feeling inadequate, or feeling you're not worthy of love, a lot of that what is speaking louder than the voice of God, what is speaking louder than that knowledge of truth, keeps us in this loop. And I've been afforded the opportunity, and you can be afforded the opportunity if you simply choose. That's all. I am no specter of person. I know that I'm called to this work. But at the same time, still at the end of the day, I had to choose. Choose. Decide. What is that voice that is speaking to you? What voice of truth? How is the Spirit of God speaking to your spirit? What has it always been telling you? What has it always said? Do you find yourself going against the grain? Many of you have been always different, or thought different, or maybe felt you were different from your family. You've been made that way for a reason. And it is really to set you free. So, hope that helps.